Hey gang, Hammer here, and welcome to my first voiceover YouTube video. As you all know, I've hit 500 subscribers recently, so thank you all very much for that. And so I thought to celebrate, I would do a video where I give a voice reveal. That, and also I believe that this video I'm going to do is going to be a lot easier with voice. And as you all can guess, having read the title of this YouTube video, I'm going to be covering how to defeat campers in Shadowfight Arena. This community right now has a really big problem with campers. Not only in the fact that there are them, but also in the fact that everyone seems to be labeling everyone else as a camper, when that's not necessarily the case. So I thought it would be wise to get everyone on the same page and create a definition for camping, because I haven't seen definition for camping so far yet, so I thought I would go ahead and make one. So my proposed definition of camping is walking backwards with the intent of reaching the corner. Walking backwards is fine in the neutral, but if you're doing it with the intent of reaching the corner and using the corner to help you, then that's camping. So here we have an example of my own gameplay. I have been called a camper by many people actually, but as you can see here, that wasn't camping. This, however, is camping. You can see it in his name. He knows he's camping. He's walking backwards, using the corner, playing like a scumbag. So the question is, how do you beat campers when all they do is be passive and counterattack? So the key is ground. You want to gain ground. They're gonna let you take all that ground and push them to the corner, and honestly that's where you want them. You want them in the corner because that forces their hand in a way, and it lets you know where they're gonna be. You can space around them, they have a tough time spacing around you. So in order to get there, you need to learn this shuffle movements that I'm showing on screen, and that way you can gain ground, get them to the corner while not walking into a dash grab, for example. Once you get them to the corner, there's two things that they can do. They can either make an attack because they feel pressured since you're near, or they're gonna just wait for you to attack and then grab out of it. So you're not gonna fall for that. You're either gonna wait for them to attack and then punish that either with spacing, with grab, or a move of your own, or you're gonna dash grab. You're gonna play around the corner, make them guess, and then dash grab when you can, and take them by surprise, and then chain combos and get the damage from that. Overall, you have to be pretty patient when dealing with campers. Every attack that you do has a chance to do damage, but it also opens you up to taking damage. So while they're in the corner, if they're just blocking, standing still in the corner, if you attack that, you're not gonna do any damage unless of course you have some sort of character ability, and we'll go over that a little bit later. So you wanna be pretty patient. You wanna try and create those openings while giving as little openings as you can yourself. So that's enough talking for now. Let's get into a few matches with campers, and I'll show you how you can go about approaching and defeating them. First up, we have I'm Trash. He is one of the biggest campers in the arena right now, and he knows it. Again, look at the name. So let's see what we have here. So we have a block break cake. You'll see this a lot with campers. It's very annoying to go against, because they want to hit your block because they'll break it. And that never surrender is really good for just staying alive. Campers, they try and take that chip damage wherever they can. If they can just chip you out, they'll just live forever with that never surrender. And this is pretty funny right here. He activates Shadow Move, but doesn't do it right away. He probably would have got me if he did, but I don't know what he was trying to accomplish there. Just fishing for those block breaks. I'm trying to find an opening Thought I saw one there. Just trying to poke a little bit. Try and get him to attack. Trying to beat out his moves. And here we go. Here's a grab opportunity. I go for my jump grab special, but we roll backwards. Walk right into that one. But I'm still pressuring. I'm pressuring him in the corner. I'm taking a lot of damage for it. I'm not saying I'm doing this optimally, but it is hard. It is hard for sure. Here we go. Here's a bit of damage. Having Dojo 12 Ironclad with Berserk helps. So we got the disconnect. And of course time's running down, but I just managed to carry it out. That's another thing you have to worry about with campers is the clock. Always keep your eye on the clock. Make sure you have more health than them if you can. So as you saw in that last match, I was taking a lot of damage still, but near the end I found that one opportunity and that brought me the win there. So that's what you gotta be looking for. Those little opportunities that can turn into big damage. You gotta know your character well enough to understand what combos you can make. Got a nice low punch here against Yuka. Yuka is a really good camper. Just camps and use that shade, fast attacks, big bleed damage. Yuka's honestly one of the most annoying characters in this game. Shang and Lynx are also very, very annoying. But you see here, just standing still, I get that dash grab in. Turns into some nice damage for a jump kick. And oh yes, the single base attack into a grab, one of my favorites. And that shadow energy finishes her off. Again, that Berserk Ironclad. Gosh, I love Ironclad. It's my boy. Now we have his Jack. Now, admittedly, his Jack didn't really camp. He was actually putting out a lot of attacks, but he turned a bit more into a spammer. But I actually don't mind this because with more attacks comes more opportunities. Like, there we go. Opened himself up for that. And yeah, just see, campers have a tough time being aggressive. If you can make them be aggressive, that's when good things will happen for you. You gotta try and get them to make those attacks, make those openings. Here he's just doing it for me. Can't say he really knows how to use Jack. He's throwing out way too many moves. Jack's base attack is really good, really spammable. So if you ever come across someone spamming it, you're fine to walk backwards. Make sure they don't hit your block and get those fractures in. But as soon as they stop attacking, you should try and push forward again because, you're not going to get any damage from just sitting back. And we have the rematch here. Again with his Yuka. You can tell I'm pretty frustrated with this person. In a way it's kind of fun, but in a way it's also really not. I enjoy trying to find these little opportunities like that and creating them. But I much prefer fighting against someone who plays similarly to me, and so we can like make reads rather than trying to just find openings. And here you see me just doing this shuffle thing, spacing them out, see what moves they do. Walking back, they are slowly poking. I'm keeping my distance, but I'm not trying to walk back to the corner. I'm just trying to see what they do. Even though I may walk backwards, I'm always trying to push forwards. Catch that shadow move. Space that low kick out. And they get this dash grab here, which is good for them. I thought I spaced that out properly, guess not. Get this back attack in. And these Yukas like that low attack. One thing they'll do with the low attack is they'll cancel it, so they'll do the first one and then go into a grab. If you spam grab yourself, you'll either get hit by the second kick or you'll grab them. So I usually just spam grab when they do the low kick, just because I'd rather just take one kick of damage than a full grab. Again, we have block break Kate. See him just canceling those moves. Just trying to get those blocks in. But as you can see, I'm inching forward. But when he attacks, I'm moving back. So I can find those opportunities. Here he's just waiting there. And here we go. Get that cancel into some nice juicy damage. Try my jump kick again. Annoying block break. Yeah, just moving back. I'm not sure, like, I really hate this. And there's a good example of a dash grab you can do. Here's a hyper armor that helps. See that nice space on that low kick? And this just turns into a lot of damage. You just gotta be patient. And again, the standoff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was for. I was a little bit slow to the gun there, and they got that roll grab. Really shouldn't have. And now they're actually pushing forwards. And that's partially because they're low on damage. They have to watch the clock now. And I noticed this, and I walk backwards because I'm sick of you campers. So if you're gonna camp against me, don't feel bad when I camp against you. And if you wanna do this against someone, they're camping against you pretty hard, feel free to just be a bit more passive, move back a little bit more when the clock's running down, just to get them to attack, because if they're doing it with 90 seconds left, you don't have to feel bad if you're up on the clock and moving back, just as long as you aren't camping yourself during the main match. And here I get this funky roll under the back kick into a grab, into a jump grab. Oh my goodness, the hammer techs. And again, his jack. I don't think his jack is the best play here. I'm really good at spacing these jacks out. Get a lot of practice with my boy Olympia. He spams those base attacks. I don't blame him. His base attack is really good. Yep. And I finish it off with the OCV. Ironclad for the win. Again, you just gotta find those opportunities, wait, be patient. And here we have, to put matter, very toxic player. And so he isn't really camping here, but he's using Midnight, which is a very spammy character. Kenzie is kind of camping a bit, just walking back, doing the back attack. But I catch him there. Yes, and then he starts emoting me. You're a very good player, mister. Well, very well done. Got me to flinch here. Yeah, the best thing to do against Midnight is you want to have her hit your block so she doesn't disappear, and so you know where she is at all times. Like there, I didn't know where she was and she got that grab off. So if you can be close enough that they hit your block, then you can keep tabs on them and you can poke around with kicks and your fast moves of your own. Just like that. And if they go invisible, oftentimes attack where they are invisible. They're going to be doing an attack. One thing with Ironclad's Stampede though is that it's grab punishable, so if they don't attack, they just go invisible and stay still. It's not a great option. But again, here I'm just letting him hit my block, and sadly this grab finishes me out. But it was a tough match. Yeah, jeez. I don't know if he's actually like toxic like this, or if he's just trying to piss me off or something. I don't know, but I hate it. It usually doesn't bug me though. I'd rather just play. Just walking them to the corner, using my jack fractures. Finish it off. Hit him with the oops. Okay, our best bet against Midnight is to just let them spam against you, have them hit your block. You'll get shadow energy from it, so that'll help out later. And just poke around with those low kicks, those fast moves that you have. But you gotta still be patient too. You're not gonna outspam Midnight. Again, look at where he is, in the corner. He's getting these on me, and I am starting to get a little bit annoyed. Just spamming heavy kick, but I know that game plan's not gonna last. Yeah, here we go. Here's some damage. Just gotta look for that damage where you can. Just walking back. Again, catch him like this. It's the double low kick. That would have been a good punish if they didn't. And here we go. Here's the shadow move. Lots of damage. And pistol whip, but I managed to get a little bit more health. So again, that use your character specific abilities when you're fighting against campers. Helga's dash, Jack's fractures, Ironclad's adrenaline, all good options. Just trying to see if I can get any damage here. And I walk back. They got me with the thing. Yeah, I don't know. There's some toxic people in this community. Try not to let them bother you. If you're fighting against a spammer or a camper or a toxic emoter, just crush them. Don't let them get to you. There we go. See, as soon as they start attacking, you're going to be able to get the best of them. Campers don't know how to attack. They only know how to counterattack. Just getting the mix-ups and the reads. I basically killed his Helga with one string of combos. But then I start falling back here because of the repentance. Get a bit aggressive in the dashes, but I know that I have a thing, and you can see I use that there just to finish it off. Yeah, not a very friendly player. And now we have the rematch again with his Midnight. See how I approach it here. Trying to attack. See, that's an example of how it's grab punishable, that stampede. Yep. Just let him hit my block. Because I'm getting more shadow energy than they are at the moment. Trying to make those reads. Here we go. That was a misinput, but it worked out. Get the single punch into a grab, to another grab, and then they start emoting, and while they're doing this, I'm just doing my jump grab special, and they stop emoting. Get that off. Yeah. And yeah, they had enough. GG's. Next up, we have Corner Camper. This person made for some very good footage, I will tell you that. When I thought about doing this anti-camper video, and I ran into this person, it's perfect. Because Corner Camper is a very, very apt description of him. It's a very good name. He's just walking back right away. You just gotta slowly approach them, see if they'll attack. Here I'm just committed to just waiting and see what they do. Could have gotten that grab on me, but no. And campers will have a play style as well. They'll have certain things they like to do. This person likes to roll backwards when I grab them in the corner, so I'm gonna keep that in mind for later. Get the dash grab on me. Again, just pushing them back. Blocking all their attacks, see if I can make them whiff their attacks. Yeah, I thought that I spaced that correctly, but it was just out of range. I'm up on health right now. At this point I could be just walking back, but I don't want to. I want to kill them. I want to beat them in the 20 seconds left. Just getting those damage where I can. 59, so it's pretty close. I'd have to be careful, but I get that off, and that's the end of that match. Don't be afraid to use the clock, because they're going to use the clock against you. Ooh. My screen flipped. At this point I was getting a charger, I think, for my phone, so you got a little fun ride there. Yeah, just doing my shuffle, slowly getting them to the corner. It's all about spacing. You gotta, yeah. See, at this point I recognize they're gonna roll back, so I follow that pattern, get that punish off. I'm only attacking when I think they're gonna attack. See right there. I'm usually pretty good at telling when my opponent is gonna attack. So I try and only attack when I know they're going to attack, just using that hyper armor. That's why I like Legion so much. Because you can make reads with them. With Dynasty, you're just spamming. You're not really making a ton of reads. Heralds is a little different. Since you have fast moves, you can make those reads, but that's why I like Legion so much. Yeah, look, he's walking back with 15 seconds left. How is he gonna take me down? He's not. You gotta be aggressive if you're down on the clock. If you're gonna camp, you're wasting time, so I always try and aim to just take down the opponent before the clock runs down, because I don't like playing against the clock. I'd rather just play until one of us is defeated. Yeah, see, I'm trying to experiment and that was weird. Trying to experiment here and see what grabs I can get, because I'm still learning too. I'm still learning how to beat campers. I'm by no means perfect at it. Now, always experiment when you're in ranks, because you can come up with some things. That's how I learn a lot of the things that I do, just by throwing out wacky stuff, and it ends up working. Yeah. Catch them attacking. Again, once you get them attacking, they're not gonna out attack you. If you know how to attack, you're gonna win. Just gotta get them to open themselves up. That shadow move does no damage. Again, a large part of my success here is just because of my dojo level and character. Get that double jump kick. And here I would be winning right now if not for Never Surrender, but at this point I realize I'm not going to be able to get it. Look at him use the clock against me. Using Shadow Build Kate. I like that dash into a projectile punish. There we go, get the grab. And that'll do it. Alright, now we're going to go into some character-specific ways to combat camping. First up, we'll go over Ling. Ling is very good. He has his glowing katana, which functions as a really great block break. So if you ever do get those hits, it's a really good pressuring tool, and you can get a lot of damage if your opponent is blocking overly much. His slashing blows is also a good way. You can use that jump kick to get that critical block break. Then we'll go into Shang. Shang is, if you play aggressive with Shang, you're going to be in shadow form almost the whole match. So what I hate most about Shang is that he's always in shadow form. You can never do damage to him. He's got that scourge arrow that you can hit, so shadow combos are insane. Then we got Kate. She's got that block break. She's also a very good damage dealer. Her base attack is very fast. She's got some really fast attacks, heavy kick. So you're going to be able to do some good damage with Kate. Ironclad's very good. He's very tanky. You can get right in there. Grab, Stampede, Adrenaline, bread and butter of this one. And if you do beat out a camper with Wound Bandaging, Berserk, you're going to have a lot of damage in the next match, a lot of health. So he's a very good all-around option, very good tanky option, and I love him. Fire Guard, all you have to do is camp against your opponent as well. Fire Guard's a very, built to camp. You're gonna out-camp your opponent with Fire Guard since you get that free shadow energy. You can zone pretty well with the fire, so just camp with Fire Guard. Helga, her Shining Dash. You get Shining Dash energy just by hitting the opponent's block, so you can play around that if you wish. Also, her Repentance is very good since it knocks the opponent down if you manage to land that projectile. Then we go into Jet. Jet is very good against campers because if they're just gonna block, Jet's happy because Jet gets to just attack the block and then eventually break it and do a lot of damage. So very quick too. Also Azuma, very quick attacks. Not gonna let the opponent have shadow energy and get free damage that way. So that's good. Got a fast projectile. It's one good thing that you need to use a lot against campers is your projectile. Then we have Shade and Yuka. So you're going to want to use Shade a lot for this. You can break the opponent's block, get huge damage with wounds. She's got quick attacks, good option against campers. She's got to be very aggressive and just go for it. The Shade's loyalty will save you. And we have Jack Bulwark, persistent bone breaker. It's all about those fractures. He's very tanky as well. He's got a good base attack to pressure with, so he's a good option. Emperor, he's very quick attacks, and you're gonna want to get into shadow form as soon as possible. I really like Wild Explosion for that. And then once you're in the Shadow Beast, just be very aggressive. Big block breaks. Kibo's got a block break as well, which is good against campers. She's got really fast attacks, and her attacks travel forward like a long range. So if you ever want to transport yourself quick, Kibo's good. Marcus is very good with all-consuming chaos. If you have it, he has fast attacks from the beginning of the match. He's also got a block break. He can be immune to shadow damage for a while. And I love his moveset. It's slow. It's a bit faster with the glitch, but you can do some serious work with Marcus. And we have Hungju. He's got that firework that you can use against campers to go into Triumph. Triumph is where you get a lot of your damage from here. So you can spam your attacks from really long ranges. His special attack's good for that. Get into Triumph. We have Midnight. Midnight is very quick attacks. Some of the quickest attacks in the game. Her projectile's fast. She can vanish in and out, so she can play some mind games with her opponent that way. Then we have Sarge. Revenge of the Fallen is going to save your ass a lot. Please use Experience. Experience is really good. You're not going to land Commander's Press against your opponent if they're camping. It'll also save you. Trusty Hammer is also very good to knock your opponent down. Gets lots of damage. And make sure to use that invincibility and all your attacks. Then Lynx. He's got a really good base moveset. He's got a lot of pushback, so it's safe on block. Also just use Unrivaled Assassin. It's a busted perk right now, and if you're playing against someone that's camping, that one's gonna save you. And then we have Monkey King. I haven't actually played much with Monkey King, only that one time in that video. But I can tell you right away that his moveset is pretty good. I like his staff attacks. His staff attacks are all good. And also his Ascension. That's where you're gonna get a lot of your damage from if you're playing against a camper. It's a really good pressuring tool. So make sure to use that if you ever get up Monkey King. So I hope these tips helped you, and good luck against campers. Thanks for watching, gang. So see you in the next one.